Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die Joke Mod. I'm GeordyColeman. You can call me Ginger Wolf. So, nothing super substantial that I did in between episodes. Primarily, I labeled all my stuff over here. This is ready for sale. Everything kind of speaks for itself. I don't have any raw ore yet, but I know hopefully I'm going to get some. Aside from that, everything is fairly self-explanatory. Organized all my stuff, repaired a bunch of stuff so that I'm ready to go. Except for we have a couple of schematics that we can read. So first of all, let's grab that and throw the steel in here. And that one bit of food. I threw some food onto the fire and I'm also distilling some water. And we also have some jars too. In the meantime, workbench schematic. We'll read you. Deer Hunter Journal Volume 5. Deers are plentiful and a favorite hunt among many hunters. That's needle and thread. Leather duster, not too bad. We'll probably find one before we actually can make one. Actually, I think we have one anyway. And phone grenade schematic. Not sure if that's going to be of a lot of use for us, but it should at least be something. So, plan for today. Somebody break in? No, not yet. Plan for today is I'm going to give a little bit of a start. Wood I need as well. Of our little horde base. Just to kind of get something started on it. So nothing crazy, nothing all that wild. We got some extra water, some extra food going. We're going to smack whatever is trying to get in's face here. If my frames want to actually work for me. Hang on, let's just double check to make... Just wanted to check to make sure that... we weren't losing our recording, because that has definitely happened to me way too many freaking times at this point. So, first things first, we're going to do a little bit of work on our horde base. I was talking to you guys about that. And then we're going to go, we cleared out the barn of the farm. And got a little bit of some nice useful stuff there. Nothing super, ooh, condom for your head because I blew your brain. Blew your mind, blew your brain, blew your mind. We'll go with blew your mind. There we go, another blown mind. Alright, so I figure that's a good place to start. It'll at least use up some of my, the materials that I have. And then we're going to head over to the farm. Hopefully we'll get ourselves to level 10, maybe see a couple more geese along the way so that we can get rid of them. Lieutenant Dan. Now you're not the lieutenant of anything right now. Man, we're having some bad stutters today. So, while we get everything done... Ooh, another broken head. Yeesh. While we're getting everything done, one thing I always like to ask people, it looks like we're getting some fog rolling in here. Early morning. Oh no, that's a straight up storm. Ooh. Man, that makes everything real creepy now. Anyway, something that I often like to ask people, whatever, and because I don't know any of you guys personally, or maybe I do, maybe a couple friends are watching this, but because I don't know any of you guys hypothetically personally, I always like to ask people, whatever your passion is. Mine's comedy, obviously. I also do sincerely enjoy cooking, but I'm going to focus on comedy for me, just because that seems fairer. Honkies. Double honkies. Whoa, we had somebody right next to us there. Don't do that. That's how people get hurt. Ow! Speaking of getting hurt, another one. Ouch. But I'm going to focus on comedy because that's kind of more or less my bag, as it were. Oh, bunny running, keeping pace with us there. But I always like to ask people, whatever your passion is, who is your goat? Who is your... Where do you... I hate to say the phrase, who do you look at and go, ooh, one shot, one kill, that's for sure. Who do you look at and idolize? This is the person that I would honestly like to most be like, or not even most be like, because that's not a good way of putting it, because for me, I call, for my goat, for me it's Bill Hicks. And first things first, let's go inside, hit the ladder, make sure we knocked, I think we knocked out the rung, but we're going to double check just to be super sure. We did, cool. Alright, so, just want to double check, yeah, so we do have 2 good sides. So, first thing we're going to do, door. Secure wooden door. Actually, we're going to make one of these as well. Hopefully it doesn't kill too much of our wood. Yeah, it did not. And we're going to craft 2 of these. And that's how we're going to manage our little situation here, is by using these. And advanced rotation. Alright. And... okay. That was not what we were hoping to do, but... we'll drop a couple of frames to get ourselves elevated so that we can line ourselves up with that. Alright. That looks good. And then, of course, I hit rotate instead of drop. Because, you know, I'm smart like that. Are you serious? It opens the wrong way. Alright. We'll at least get some of our wood back. Okay. Please be the right way this time. Good. Good, good. Good. Okay. And now we gotta craft one more. Okay. And that's essentially going to be how we're going to manage our stuff. Manage everything advancing at us. No, we want the doorknob on the other side. There we go. That should... we passed it. Yes, that's how we want. Okay. There we go. And yes, perfect. Okay, so that's how we're going to essentially manage our guys coming at us. We'll put it that way, I guess. And yeah, okay, cool. So for this side, I'm going to just do a straight line up. This is one of those situations where I wish... Ow. This was a little bit more like Minecraft, because that would make this a little easier, and of course, I made that a little too low. Fantastic. And I shouldn't have done that. Crap. It is the day of mistakes. It shall be the day of mistakes today. Alright. Let's try this again. I need one more. Now. Okay. Now we're going to take this one away. And we'll go back up, and we're actually going to use a... Actually, why don't we just do it now? We'll use an actual pole, just to give them like a kind of a tightrope. We want something kind of centered. Or, yeah. Or something actually a little higher up. Oh, that concussion is going to be annoying, but we only have it for another few minutes, so... There we go. And yeah, nice. Okay, that's more or less what we want. And then we'll bake this. You know what, we'll just do copy shape. There we go, back to normal. Okay, now, first things first, because I don't want to have any issues, which we're having plenty of issues, that's for sure. I should be able to reach that. Okay, perfect. Oh. Actually, we'll create another little tightrope, because that seems... I think that should work pretty well here. That was not what I wanted. That's okay. Copy shape. Copy rotation. There we go. That's now in place. And although it's not as long, but at least it's something for if I want to be a little more aggressive, I can be a little more aggressive. You know, we're okay on that. Now, copy this shape, and we're back to normal. And we're going to kind of make some stairs for them to come up on this end. That one is going to be a ladder, because I am not 100% sure what system is going to work best. Actually, you know what? Let's give them a little bit more walking distance to kind of slow them down and everything. So we'll do this. And now you're giving me the yellow. We'll do one more. That ought to be right. Yeah, we got that lined up. There we go. Alright, that'll give them a little more distance to kind of travel so we can kind of monitor them a little bit more. And we are hungry, so I have cheese. And it's got 20 food in it, so we're going to use one of those. And then we're going to angle. We're going to kind of force them to angle. Oh, it's going to let me use that. Okay, cool. Alright. Now that we got that all squared away, I'm going to make them have to do a couple of little jumps. Again, just to kind of slow them down a little bit. That ought to work just fine. And now some stairs. We'll go with these ones first, and then we'll use those ones as any 7 daily to die player will tell you, you always want to throw on the angle stairs at the bottom just because it gives them kind of less fodder to kind of be like, oh, here's a thing I can break. Let's break that. And there we go. There we go. And that's pretty much it. Oh, actually, we want to do a ladder as well. You know what? We'll use the round ladder, just because aesthetically it looks pretty nice. And now we have 2 options to let them at us. The only thing we need to do now is do a little bit of upgrading. At minimum, everything's going to get upgraded to wood. I know I do not have enough wood for that. We have 94 wood. That is okay, because we're at least going to get the main things upgraded, and we're going to get it as upgraded as we possibly can, which of course is cement, just in case any little knuckleheads decide to go into rage mode and try to destroy what we've done here. And we're going to do the basic upgrades first and see how much wood we have after that. My guess is going to be not a whole lot. But most people will do the top 2. I always go 3. And then of course anything that is also exposed to the zombies here. And I'll probably fill that in as well, right there. Just to make sure if something does end up getting hit, it's a little extra fortification. Okay, we're out of wood already. That is okay. We'll copy shape and just fill in this space here. And I am going to put in some plates just to kind of protect some of this stuff, just to make sure if they do happen to go into rage mode, we got a little something to kind of protect them. And I did notice we have plastic trees in the game, which is not something I'm going to be harvesting a whole heck of a lot, but it's at least something that I'll be able to harvest to make some plastic arrowheads, which is definitely going to be very handy when we're trying to go a little on the stealthy side. So we're just going to cut down a couple trees, get some wood, because we should have at least a little bit. Yeah, we have a little more concrete, quite a bit more cobblestone. So we're sitting okay on that. And if nothing else, the plastic tree will also give us some plastic to repair, like our fiberglass and things of that nature. So as I was saying, who is your goat? Not necessarily somebody you want to be like, but somebody that you look at and you have a certain amount of idolization for. Maybe you did want to be like them, and then you kind of came to the realization that that person already exists, so you're not really going to be able to be like them. For me, quite honestly and quite simply, I've had several goats over the years, and the primary 2 that I like to talk about are Ron White and Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks, because he's one of the few comedians that passed away at way too young of an age, that didn't die of like a drug overdose or alcohol poisoning or anything like that. He actually got cancer. And I could go into a lot of his material, and the thing that I really like about his material, there's a lot of things to like about his material, but the thing that I hold most dear about it, at least on a personal level, is that he'll throw dick jokes into his material, basically be like, you know, it's still a comedy show. It's still, what you guys. I'm gonna let my stamina just completely regen. It's still a comedy show. It's still what you guys are looking for. Oh, and we got an airdrop. So he'll throw in the dick jokes. He'll throw in, and he definitely had a lot of profanity in his act. I wonder if that is close to 400. It's gonna be about 500 meters away. Should just barely be on the outskirts. We're gonna go on an adventure because I think it should just be on this side of the wasteland. So we're gonna head there. Worst case scenario, we'll beat up some zombies and get some XP. But he also threw in like more educationally centered stuff. And he even makes fun of that where he would get people coming up to him going like, "Hey, I didn't come to a comedy show to think." It's like you're gonna go see Bill Hicks. I hope you have at least some kind of thought in your head. Okay, what's going on here? We just froze right up. Okay, we're recording still at least. Oh no. We're gonna give it a little wait. I know I'm gonna drop a blank screen on this. I'm gonna hope this comes back. If not, I'm gonna have to not restart this episode. Not restart, but start from here. Yep. Alright, we'll be back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. Oh, we're still having some frame issues, but hopefully we won't have a freezing. Hello, snail trail. So hopefully we won't have any more freezing going on. Hopefully we'll be able to find that airdrop. I didn't have a chance to mark it on the map. Oh, we're getting a lot of stutter. That makes me worried. I know there was a nest around here somewhere that I tried to go to, but uh-oh, I just heard a... Alright. Oh, there's some trash up here. Check out the trash, why not? Oh, some glue. I'll always take some glue. Good for making duct tape, good for sniffing. What? Anyway. So, I do know what I was talking about. I was talking about, what's your goat? We have a goose. Ow. Okay, we have a goose. We want to kill the goose. Our health and stamina is pretty good, so... Hey. Yay! We have to fix our knife. Fortunately, that shouldn't be too difficult. Alright. Repair. We might even be able to make a better knife, or get a better knife here shortly, hopefully. There we go. Alright, so I know it was this general direction. I'm figuring it's hopefully on this side nest. This side of Egg, yay. Hopefully when we get a frickin' grill, we can actually make some bacon and eggs. That would be really nice. Just looking for that plume of smoke right now. So this is becoming a little bit more of an adventure. Anyway, so I was talking about Bill Hicks. The thing I love about Bill Hicks is he'll put things in his act that's more educational, but he would also put things that were, you know, he'd put the dick jokes and stuff like that in his act as well, just because he knew a lot of people wanted to hear and see, you know, the dick and fart jokes. You know, it is a comedy show after all, and for whatever you're going to say about lowbrow humor and all that kind of thing, you know, he did it very well. He wove it together very well. And somebody's yelling at us again. Okay, no plume of smoke. Who's coming up behind us? I see a Randy over there. Ah, there we are. There we go. Looking for that plume. Another nest. Another egg. Yay! A comedian who actually got to see Bill Hicks before he died, which very envious of that. Because, again, Bill Hicks, one of my all-time favorites. We're getting that bad stutter going. Happy Halloween! Ow! Okay, didn't realize that was going to be a landmine. But Ron White is another one of my goats. Now, granted, for him, it definitely helps. I'm wondering if that airdrop even just kind of glitched out of the world here. We'll get onto the other side of this ranger station and see if, like, we'll get up to that hill and see if we can see the plume of smoke, and hopefully, hypothetically, it might happen. I don't know. I'm not holding a whole lot of hope for it, but we'll see. Worst case scenario, maybe we'll find the last goose that we need to kill, and we can at least get that done. Ugh, there's the concussion. Thankfully, just a few more minutes left of that crap. But yeah, Ron White's definitely one of my goats as well. There's a couple factors of it. First of all, I actually discovered Ron White. Oh, we got some friends. I discovered Ron White completely by accident. It was one of those, I went into a relatively small, it was a chain, but it was a relatively small video store, and this was the days where, yeah, we leveled up. We're at level 10 now. Nice. Alright, I don't see... We're hungry, so we're gonna have some of our... We'll have some more cheese, why not? We're not pooping today, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely are not. And you know what? We'll use a little of that, too, just to kind of give us a little more top. And then we'll drink some water, just because with the meat and everything, it's gonna be, you know, not great. So, it looks like we're actually pretty close to that mission, the buried supplies mission. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do a little bit of, at least do a little recon work. We have a skill point that we can definitely... Oh! It's not! It's literally right on the edge. Oh! Okay, first and foremost, we have a skill point. I'm going to put that into Pummel Pete. Never mind. Hey. So we're going to take a quick look around, make sure we don't have anybody trying to be sneaky. Got quite a few guys over there, but that's okay. So we'll put that into strength instead. I don't know why we're getting that red check mark. It's like, I think it's saying... Oh, I think it might be our concussion that's causing that. Possibly. Alright. Well, we have a shovel. Let's start this. First and foremost, make sure that didn't spawn any guys. We got Joe coming over here to say hi. Not sure if that was because of us activating this, but, you know, we'll find out. So, yeah, this is kind of right on the border, so that's kind of interesting. We'll start right here. Can I actually... Yeah, thank you. I was just saying, can I please dig in the actual ground, please? That'd be super cool. Man, I definitely need to put some more stat points into some stamina here. This is a little ridiculous. Although I am still hungry, so let's, while we're regaining some stamina, let's do that. I have a little bit... Now, granted, I'm not as near as experienced as a lot of people who play this. Who's saying hi? Ah, there you are. There we go. So, I'm probably wrong on my particular strategy, but I try to kind of go a little surface level to get the kind of guiding ring to shrink so that we get a better idea. I've heard things like start in this area, usually the supplies are here. I've also heard that that's not always the case. You kind of just have to be a little on the lucky side. So, I don't know. Anyway, Ron White. Ron White, for a lot of people, and all credit where credit is due. This is not to his detriment or anything like that. But he got his big break essentially by opening for being Jeff Foxworthy's opener, which fine. I did not discover him that way, and of course, him, Jeff Foxworthy, Larry the Cable Guy, and Bill Engvall all toured together under the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, and then later became Blue Collar TV, although Ron White was not really a part of that. He appeared in a couple episodes. But, that being said, I discovered him. I discovered his special, They Call Me Tater Salad, at a video store. See? It shrank in. Hang on. If it shrank in, we might have some more spawners. I see a clown over there. Okay, clown's not bothering us. We are not going to bother him. But yeah, that was how I discovered Ron White. It was just walked into a rental store, realized, hang on a second, I've never heard of this guy, and I counted myself as being fairly in the know when it came to comedians. Now I do not count myself as in the know because there's so many comedians always coming out. I actually didn't even discover Bert Kreischer until I think his second special was just about to air. Granted, at the time I wasn't really a huge watcher of the Joe Rogan Experience, so I wasn't really familiar with him as a person. So, you know, take that for what you will. Oh, we got somebody saying hi. Who's saying hi? Who's saying hi? Yeah. Alright, and back to dating. So yeah, and the thing that actually, it was kind of spooky discovering him because he actually looked... Now, my mom argued this, but I have a picture of my grandfather. If you guys really want, I'll show you guys a picture of my grandfather and put it up next to a picture of Ron White. and I'll let you guys decide. Do you think Ron White looked like a... And it was especially spooky because I had lost my grandfather not that long ago. And he had a very... Although my grandfather did not have a southern accent at all. So he did not talk like he didn't have the same accent as Ron White, but he had a very similar speech pattern, and he definitely had a baritone voice. So, oh yeah, we got a shrink. Do we got some spawners? A lot of times the spawners don't even really show up until like you're actually grab the thing, which is a little something kind of funny to me because by that point, especially if you have a vehicle, you can just kind of be like, and I'm out of here, and just hop on it and just drive away. So I just find it a little bit on the funny side. God, I want this concussion to go away. We got 30 more seconds on it. Or I wish we at least had some pain pills to throw down on our fucking face and, you know, deal with it that way. And I absolutely fell in love with Ron White as a comedian. I thought he was the greatest comedian I had seen in a very long time, and I still feel that way. I still feel like he's one of the greatest comedians that I've ever seen. And he's one of the few big names of comedy that I've actually gotten to see live. That was actually a really funny thing where I ended up buying the very last ticket that was available. It was way up in the nosebleeds, but it was great. And the unfortunate thing is Ron White, at least so he said, has kind of semi-retired from comedy. He's still performing, but he's not really touring. And what was the other thing he said? Well, oh yeah, he was talking about performing in Canada, which is, you know, for anybody not aware, I am Canadian. Sorry. But he doesn't perform in Canada really because the law... So the smoking ban that we have, most places have a smoking ban now, where you can't really smoke in like bars and stuff like that. However, there is a technical loophole on it, which is if it's part of a performance piece and it's meant for the character to smoke, they'll permit it to an extent. And then what ended up happening, so he was smoking on stage. He was smoking a cigar on stage. And I guess, I don't know if it happens particularly in my city or if it was just something that happened. But basically, because he was performing at theaters... Oh, somebody's coming to say hi. Clown. Just make sure that's the only thing coming to say hi. There's another goose. You know what? We're going to bonk you. Then we're going to get the final goose. Oh, his arm's gone. He's dead now. Alright. We're crossed back into the normal territory, so stop the rain and everything. Oh no, I walked away from the buried supplies. I got too far from the buried supplies, and now I failed it. Ah. All because I wanted to kill a damn goose. That sucks. I didn't think it was quite... I knew it was kind of strict, but I didn't think it was quite that strict. Damn it. Well, that sucks. Damn. Another nest. Damn. That sucks. You guys were probably sitting there going like, No, 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 don't go that far away. Don't, no, no, no. Oh. Ah, well, it is what it is. I think this is more or less the way we came. Feet. Um, so yeah, but yeah, Ron White is most certainly one of my goats. I honestly adore him as a comedian. And in a situation where he gets, I don't feel like he gets near the respect that everybody else from, the blue collar comedy team gets. And that kind of sucks, you know? And granted, I will say, yes, he definitely has his issues. The fact, oh, there's the ranger station that we came by. So at least going kind of more or less the right direction. Um, I just feel like he doesn't get the same level of respect and admiration, especially compared to Larry the Cable Guy. Again, personal preference. If you love the guy, you love the guy. I'm not going to think negatively about you for that. But out of the four of the blue collar comedy guys, to me, he's the he's the weakest one, material wise, because a big part of his jokes I've heard before. Like my grandfather told me the joke about yeah, I went to a buddy's birthday party and he had a midget stripper. My apologies for using that term. I'm quoting here, but he had a midget stripper and she popped out of a cupcake. And it's like that is such an old joke. Like that I would say that's almost like Bob Newhart age old joke. And if you're sitting there going, "Who the hell's Bob Newhart?" Exactly. That's exactly my point. Although I don't think that's a joke necessarily Bob Newhart would say, but I feel that's, age wise. Okay, we are back at our house. So I guess we should have gone a little more this way. Who's yelling? Who's yelling at us? Oh, look. Lieutenant Dan. Alright. And our day is pretty much done. We have about a half hour. Well, I guess 2 hours before things start running at us. So, instead of heading back to what we are going to build as our horde base, which we got a pretty good start on that. Unfortunately, everything kind of froze and crashed on us, so we kind of lost all the information. We lost the airdrop. We lost everything. Annoying. I'm starting to wonder if the comedy aspect of this is just the way the freaking game is going to keep messing up on me. But I just kind of want to see what's a little bit. I think I have an idea of what's over here. I think, yeah, the winter biome is over here. The snow biome is over here. Ooh, bag. Oh, don't freeze on me again. Seriously? What do I have to do to stop this from happening? Holy crap. Alright, you know what? I'm going to do a reset, and I'm going to call it quits here for this particular episode. This episode has been a little bit of a nightmare. Wow. But thank you all so much for watching. This is becoming quite silly in and of itself, but thank you so much for watching. Oh, no, we got ourselves back. Okay, good. Good. it did decide that it wanted to work for us. Just took a little bit of... there we go. Took a little bit of threatening for it, basically saying, okay, we're just going to end it here. I guess not. We are going to end the episode soon, and we got a chicken. You're going to outrun us. Oh, we got it. I got lost in the tree. Kind of got a little disorientated. Okay, so there is like a little... I don't know if you want to call this a town or not. Hamlet? Yeah, we'll call it a hamlet. So we got a little hamlet over this way. I know we got some farmland over past to the left of our base. If we're walking up towards our base, there's a little bit of farm area, and if we keep going straight, there's a town. So we at least have some options here. One thing I definitely want to do is go back to the trader and freaking get another mission now that we horribly failed the one that we were on. Oh, who's coming to say hi? Chicken! Okay. Submarine chicken. Well, alright then. Oop, another nest. Alright, so yeah, in the next episode we're definitely going to... We're going to head back to the trader. We're going to head back to the trader, get another job because we horribly failed the one that was given to us because I just had to kill that goose. I don't know... I wonder if I can craft beer goggles. I'm going to check that real fast. There we go. For some reason that first click didn't work. So beer cooler and beer, but no beer goggles. Okay, so we're going to have to find some beer goggles. Don't know where we're going to find those. But if you look... Oh, yeah. So overnight, I'm going to clear out this, and I'm actually going to put the hatch over top of this. So that if somebody does get in on the downstairs, they're not going to get in, at least not super easy, onto the upstairs. So, I want to do that while the camera is off. But, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between and beyond, thank you so much for watching today's episode. And, always remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Probably a good idea to stay away from a lot of the things I would do. Until next time, take care.